I've talked a lot about the Power Rangers comics lately. Today let's talk about a very interesting and highly requested ranger from the shows, Dino Thunder White. DT White's real name is Trent Fernandez Mercer, and his path to being a ranger is a little different than those of the rest of his team. The Dino Thunder Rangers get their powers from these 5 crystals known as Dino Gems, but the White Dino Gem is actually evil. Thanks to some experimentation by Mesogog, one of the main villains of the series, the White Gem had gained a mind of its own and was able to corrupt people who used it. While Trent was fine when he first acquired the gem, it slowly corrupted his mind and turned him more and more towards evil, to the point where he eventually just straight up joined the villains against the Rangers. He was eventually able to resist this influence, getting his gem and Morpher under control before eventually joining the Ranger team as a good guy, but this was not nearly the end of the story of evil Trent. See, Mesogog kind of liked having an evil ranger on his side and was actually able to create an evil clone of Trent that remained with the bad guys. I know this picture looks identical to the other ones, but they're clones, they look the exact same. So the Rangers had to fight the Dino Thunder White Ranger a second time before he too was eventually beaten. One of the most interesting things about Trent is his weapon, because it ties into his personality in a really cool and unique way. It's a sword, of course, but you might have also noticed that it looks kind of like a feather quill pen. See, Trent is an artist, specifically he draws comic books, and his sword is a direct representation of that. Using the pen end of his blade, he can draw arrows in the air that will then fire themselves at his targets in a sort of literal pen is mightier than the sword metaphor. I personally think that's super cool, as it's a great way to show something about Trent's personality without saying a word. That weapon alone probably earns him a spot as one of my favorite Rangers.